Happy Monday. I hope everybody's doing well. As you come on, tell me hi, tell me what you're working on. If you're watching on a replay, let us know in the comments, hashtag replay. Get comments up and going here. I normally have more space around me to put things, and I feel like I don't today, but that's because I have so much to show you guys. So um, I just don't have a space for my notebook, but it's okay. It'll be fine. But I remembered my laptop today, and so that's a bonus. Hi E. Guess it could be knitting on my miles of ribbing that I've got going while I'm waiting for a few people to pop on. So I'll just give it a couple minutes. Hi, Linda. Working on a small shawl. Sometimes those are nice. They're just like an instant gratification sort of thing. It's pretty toasty outside. I actually could not, I was sitting out in the sunshine for a little bit this afternoon after I got home and I um could not have my knitting on my lap. It was a little too hot for that. I need something small like a sock. Joyce almost finished with the pitter pat scarf. Awesome. Working on your raccoon socks. Swatching for lupine blouse. Oh, nice. Hi, Patty. Hi, Sarah. Holly working on strawberry shortcake after 48 jars of freezer jam. Oh my gosh. Then working on squared up or leaf kerchief. Hi, Mary. Yep, it was great to see you today too. Nicole, almost to the halfway point of the flower child. Awesome. Cheryl working on your double knit homework. Very good. Yep, as a reminder for those of you in the class, I'm sure you won't forget, but second class for double knitting is tomorrow here at the shop. We will be open, the shop's open until 4 because of the yarn crawl, or till 3 because of the yarn crawl, but it's been steady. It was steady today and yesterday, but I don't anticipate it being too crazy to not have class in the shop. So we'll make it work. Hi, Mama. Long time no see. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to, hi Sheila, hi Sherry. Welcome to Monday Motivation. Today is June 16th, 2025. My name is Kristen. I'm the owner of Little Yarn Shop located in Saginaw, Michigan, inside the SVRC Marketplace. Marketplace hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. There are oh, thank you, Linda. Sarah did that for me, of course. There are some exceptions to the hours for the marketplace, and I will talk about that a little bit later. Some of the vendors are modifying their hours, extending them, which I did share a post about earlier, but I wanted to specifically mention and highlight that. Yeah, so Linda said she liked my necklace. Sarah is great for not only coming up with new things, Sarah, the owner of Purple Sage Beads and Jewelry, but this was actually a different kind of strand. I think it might have just been a bracelet Mom had. There was a full strand of the lapis and freshwater pearls, and Sarah strung it on a piece of silk and knotted it. So it's lightweight. That's all I can wear. All you'll ever see me in are these very lightweight necklaces because that's all my neck can handle. But she can rework old jewelry or pieces you don't wear anymore, in addition to making all brand new things. So Sarah is back in here every market day. She's not been coming in on Tuesdays yet. She's taking it a little bit slow, but she has been here Wednesdays through Saturdays, coming in a little bit late, leaving a little bit early, but it's so great to see her out and about. It's taken a lot out of her. Her energy level is still pretty low. She still does have some pain and discomfort, but we're glad to see her back here, which is always a good thing. So hi, Aunt Jackie. Thank you. Yeah, Melissa was here yesterday and got all of her yarn wound for Astropop. So we did get a restock of Tilly last week. We're already starting to sell out of some of the colors. But I am putting an order in with Barocco to get a few more in stock. So I anticipated what I thought was ordering enough and it wasn't. So we're excited for that to be coming up soon. Let's see, get myself back on track. So our normal shop hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. We are open tomorrow from 11 to 3 for the yarn crawl. The middle of the mitten yarn crawl is happening now. It's kicked off last Thursday and it goes through this coming Saturday. So other than yesterday, today, and tomorrow, it's hours as usual, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it's been good. We've had quite a few shoppers come through. It seems more like it's smaller groups of people. So it's like 2 or 3 people here or there versus in the past, it seems like it's been a whole swarm of people and then quiet. So it's just kind of steady the entire time, which is awesome. So that gives us a little bit more time to chat with people as they come in, and it's been great. So if you have been shop hopping, tell me something interesting that you got. Hi, Oriana. Or something that you saw that you liked at a different shop, because we like to hear what's going on with all the shops, and I'm here most of the time, so I don't get to get out to other places and see what they have going on. Okay. Lots of stuff to talk about today. I have new projects, large project bags, cases, really. They're cases, they're not bags. I've got project bag yarn kits. We've got projects to talk about. I've got the trunk show yarn that's sitting right here beside me. So let's talk about our custom yarns. So I started a knit project and a crochet project with our custom Decada color, which is Spanish for decade because it's our 10-year anniversary. My knit top is the right here, Winter Albina is what it's called. So there's a summer version and a winter version. This is the winter one. It calls for worsted weight. The regular Albina top was a sport weight without the turtleneck collar. Words are hard when I've been working all day, you guys. Feel sorry for me. I've been working all day. I'm not used to working Mondays. So I'm using our custom color as the contrast color, and the dark navy is also Malabrigo Rios in the color Scorpio, so a part of their Zodiac collection. One of the fun things about this, and it's hard to see in this picture because it's so tiny, but there's a split hem for the front and back and a big color block at the bottom. So I've got half of that done. So I've got the split hem. I've got half of the ribbing. I'm working on the back half. Yes, it's a lot of ribbing. That is a lot. That's 5.5 inches of 1x1 ribbing. Well, really, it ends up being 6 inches once you add the little contrast color down at the bottom. But it is a really cool look. I'm gonna love it when it's done. It's gonna be great. So I couldn't decide because the bottom is all 1x1 ribbing. The collar is all 1x1 ribbing. I couldn't decide which one I really wanted to kind of get done with and out of the way first. So after I bound off the front bottom part, I did pick up and knit some of the collar. I started it picking it up the way it explains, and it looked like it was going to be pretty snug. So I put it on purl strings. I mean, I had probably that much knit. Put it on purl strings. I could get it over my head, but it was snug. And I mean, I like a big cowl collar, but I don't want to feel like I'm being choked by it. So I tore all that out, and I can't decide if, in order to make it a little bit bigger or looser, I can't decide if I want to pick up more stitches because there was the opportunity to do that. So along the sides here, she has you pick up 2 stitches for every 3 rows. So if I picked up 1 stitch for every row, that would add more stitches that way. Or I could pick up the same number of stitches she calls for and just do it on a larger needle. So I'm kind of vacillating between those two, and I'm not quite sure which direction I'm going to go. So I decided to hold off on that. And I'm doing the bottom ribbing of, so another 5.5 inches of ribbing to do on the bottom back part of it, but it'll be worth it because it's going to be cozy, and it's okay to work on here in the shop because it's like 70 degrees in here today. So it's a little chilly. It doesn't feel too warm. Hi, Ruth. but this pattern, it does have a lot of ease in it. It's written for 8 to 15 inches of positive ease. So I am knitting the same size that the model is wearing in the sample, which is the second size, which is a 48-inch bust. So that's a lot of ease for me. That's like 12 inches of ease, but I really like the oversized layered look. And I know I'm going to wear something under it anyway. So it's, that's part of the whole thing. It's just to be cozy. So it goes anywhere from a 44 up to a 73-inch bust. That's the finished size of the sweater. So keep in mind, depending on how much ease you would want in it, you would pick a size for what you would want the finished sweater to be. But for my size, it's going to take 4 of my main color and 2 of my contrast color. So working on that. And then, so for the crochet project, I know I mentioned it a couple weeks ago and Nicole reached out to me, who is our crochet instructor, and said, if you still need ideas, I'm going to send a bunch your way. And of course she did. She just sent me a whole bunch of things. One of the projects she sent me was this, which is called the Movie Night Cocoon Party. So I like the idea of cocoon jackets, and I really like the idea of, if you look at this picture, you can see it's basically a big granny square. It starts with a granny square and then works out from there. And you literally, you make a square, fold it and seam it in order to have the cocoon jacket. So I started that. And of course, you know how it is with crochet. It goes in and out of the project bag and it keeps coming undone because I don't throw my hook in there with it. But this is where I am so far with that. It's tough to see with, I wonder if I can put this behind it. Maybe that's a little bit better. There we go. That's a little bit easier to see without so much busyness going on in the background. So just doing one color, and it's a very traditional granny square. Once you get the base of what's happening, you do your clusters in each one, double clusters in the corner, and work your way around. It was going pretty quickly. My one, I always, hi Amy. It was so good to see you the other day. I'm glad you came in. My one kind of, it's not a complaint, but my one thing with crochet is I have to actually look at where my hook is going. I know that there are crocheters out there who have it by feel, where they can just go into the next thing. Even though I've been crocheting longer than I've been knitting, I have to look when I'm crocheting. So, depending on where I am and how much I have to pay attention to what's going on around me, this one is not getting as much attention as the knit one, because even though I had a lot of time in the car last weekend, I wanted to look at what was going on around me. And when I was at the pool hall watching my guy play pool, I wanted to pay attention to what was going on. So it was a lot easier. At that point, I was just on the body of this, and it was just stockinette in the round forever. So I didn't have to pay attention too much. Holly, yeah, me too. I love both. That's why I keep popping back and forth between which one I'm working on. And then once I get one of these done, I'm going to work on the fingering weight something. I don't know if it's going to be the top or an accessory, but we're just going to do all the things with this yarn because I love it so much. So those are my 2 active projects right now. Let's see. I already talked about the yarn crawls going well and what the hours are. The trunk show that we've got going on, Road Trip Sock Yarns, is the trunk show, and we've got a standard sock, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon blend. The middle rack is a sparkle sock. Need to bring it a little closer. Maybe. Hang on. The sparkle sock is 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 10% stellina. 100 grams, both the sparkle and the non-sparkle fingering are 100 grams, 437 yards. Ruth, I am using Malabrigo Rios. So the light blue is our custom color called Decada. And then the dark blue is Scorpio. But both are Malabrigo Rios worsted. And it's coming out pretty close to gauge, so, which is amazing for me since I didn't swatch. So, but here's the sparkle sock. And this yarn is so soft and squishy. You don't feel the sparkle in it at all. It's a really subtle sparkle, I guess. Yeah, I don't even know that you can really see it in the camera. I can see it on the YouTube feed, but I don't know that I can really see it that much on the Facebook feed. I know I posted a quick video of it the other day to try and show it off a little bit, but I guess it's showing up okay. So this has been going pretty quickly. I've got a couple colors left in the sparkle sock. Let me see if I can move that whole display forward without knocking it down. Aha, look at that. So what she sent, Allie, is the dyer, and what she sent was the same colors in each base. So the colors are Oh, the Places You'll Go. And that is kind of a sky blue base with speckles of neon green, a bright green, purple, and blue. The standard sock yarn is 28. Make sure I get my numbers right. And the sparkle yarns, the fingering and the DK are both 30 a skein. So this is called Oh, the Places You'll Go. So that's the standard sock. That's the sparkle sock. I mean, you can kind of see the difference too. Like the sparkle sock just looks squishier. The standard sock is not a super, super soft sock yarn. It would be great for actual socks. I was looking to see if she has another name for it, but it just says fingering weight sock yarn. And then this is what it looks like in the DK weight. So those are the three bases: standard sock, sparkle DK. That color is called Oh, the Places You'll Go. And we've got quite a bit left of the standard sock and the sparkle DK. The sparkle sock has been disappearing quickly. You all know how. Oh, good. I'm glad you could see it. We all know how much we love sparkle around here. So the next color is One Road at a Time. I actually have only one skein left of this in the DK. But one would be enough for a hat or a small cowl, or you could of course pair it with another color. Sock, sparkle sock, DK. One road at a time. So this one is like a lavender or lilac base with bright blue and bright pink speckles in it. And this bright beauty we don't have any sparkle sock left. We only have the standard sock and the DK. Chasing Horizons. Look at this. Look at this gorgeousness. So standard sock, sparkle DK. Look how pretty that is. So a base of peach with speckles of bright pink and bright yellow. And I don't know if it actually has orange in it or if that's just the way the yellow merged with the pink. I love it so much. You guys, I keep looking at at my displays thinking the background looks so dark, so bright behind me and I look so dark. And then Melissa told me it's just because I'm getting more tan. And so I'm used to I'm used to more light shining off my face, I guess. So that's, what did I say that one's called? Chasing Horizon. Then she's got two that look kind of similar. One has more of a yellow base and one has more of a blue-green base. So this one's called What a View. See if I grab the right one. Yes. There you go. So this one's called What a View. It has kind of a yellow-green base with a lot of all the speckles in it. I don't even know how to say what speckle colors are in it. Just all the speckle colors. Blue, green, pink, purple. I think I think she really likes doing these bright speckle. I keep telling people um when they come in the store and I kind of give them the layout of where things are if they're new to this shop or haven't been in a while. I just keep calling this the happy unicorn display because that's kind of how it seems to me. Is these bright happy unicorn colors. That one goes there. So that's What a View. And then, well, I just put that wrong back. Those the same. Those might be the same. There we go. I'm getting there, you guys. So the other one is called Change of Scenery. And that has more of a pale pink base to it. Make sure I actually got all the same ones. So Change of Scenery is more pinky purple blue. It looks really more pink purple blue on here. So let's compare it. Those. Well, I guess you can, on camera, you can really see the difference. In person, it's a little bit trickier to see between some of the skeins, but so this is What a View. It's more green and yellow. And this is Change of Scenery. That's more blue, purple, pink, blue, purple, pink, green. This one's got a lot more greeny yellow in it, but they are absolutely beautiful. If there are any you see you want us to hold for you, just let us know in the comments. We only have this yarn from Road Trip Sock Yarns for the next week or so. She was working on a new color and it took longer to dry than she anticipated, and she is sending us some of that. So she's letting me keep the trunk show a little bit longer so I can feature the new color as well. That one goes there. That one goes there. I think I got it. I think I got everything in the right place. But again, the without sparkle 28, with sparkle 30 for either the fingering or the DK. Oh, yardage on the DK. 225 meters, which I think is about 245-ish yards. She doesn't put yards on hers. She only puts meters. So again, those are only here temporarily. But we will be happy to hold them for you. Just let us know if it's something that you're going to pick up here in the shop. If you are shop hopping, we're happy to do that too. Hold it for you if you know you're going to be in the next couple days. Or of course, we can always ship things to you as well. We just need to know which color, how many, what base. Okay, so that's the projects I'm working on. Those out of the way. Try and keep myself organized. A little bit anyway. So when Deb and I were in Chicago, 246 yards, haha. It's like I've been doing this for a little bit. When Deb and I were in Chicago, we met up with Molly Klein Designs. So Molly, I posted a selfie with her. She's this cute blonde. And I brought back a few kits that were not to be sold in the shop, but they were gifts for our instructors and stuff. And I had her send a variety, well, I purchased a variety of kits for us to have here in the shop. Those came today. The UPS guy brought them this morning. Each kit includes a project bag that she makes. So she sews her own project bags, and then a full skein of fingering weight yarn that coordinates with the project bag, a tonal mini skein that goes with it, and a stitch marker progress keeper. So I will show you. I've got maybe 8 or 9 different patterns. I will let you know if I have more than one. For most of these, I only have one kit each. They are $80 for the kit. You end up with 550 yards of fingering weight yarn. If you're not a sock knitter and you look at it and go, okay, well, what do I do with a full skein and a mini skein? I have ideas. Of course I have ideas. If you look on Ravelry in the Little Yarn Shop's Ravelry page, in our favorites, I have a folder or a bundle that is all mini skein projects. So that's one place to look, but I found a few things that I wanted to mention specifically. So the Lakewood cowl is, yeah, Mama snagged a couple of them today. Stacy snagged one today. A couple of you were able to get your hands on some today. So the Lakewood cowl is by Carissa Browning, and she has a knit version and a crochet version, which I think is pretty cool. They look similar. And I am looking at yardage. It looks like you could get 2 cowls out of one kit. So if you had a full skein and a mini skein, each one of them says they only use 250 yards. So if you're not a crocheter and you want to do the knit ones, you could get 2 cowls out of one kit, I think. But if you wanted to do both and just be kind of adventurous, I think it would be fun. I think that's what I'm going to try and do with one of these kits. So there's the crochet one. Sorry about the line. My printer has decided it's just doing its own thing these days. There's the knit version. So it's just a basic garter cowl. I think it's done flat and then seamed. This is seamless. So you must start it flat and then join it to knit it in the round. But it's got a really cute edge on it with that contrast color that I think is fun. So that's an option. One of the girls was in the other day and mentioned the Stansbury shawl, which calls for 1 full skein and 1 mini skein. It's very similar to the Delphia shawl that we have here in the shop that is hanging way up on the wall, so I can't show you guys right now, but the Delphia is a very popular one of ours. It's kind of a tried and true project. We used Dream in Color mermaid shoes and Blanche Fleur in it, but this gives you kind of that same look, and it just would be great for a full skein and a mini. And then Stacy, of course, the enabler that she is, was in today and brought up the Zerka shawl. So the Zerka shawl is by Olga Fahim. And this one calls for 1 full skein and 3 minis. We have a huge basket of mini skeins right now. So it would be so fun to dig through and find a couple more minis that would go with one of these kits. But that's a fun one too. So 1 full skein and 3 minis for the Zerka shawl. So now that you have some ideas and some inspiration, I will show you these kits. Most of them are in like the plastic bags, so I apologize if it gets a little crinkly. I didn't want to take them all out of the bags because these bags are pretty delicate and they tend to rip. Some of them have already started to open up a little bit. And also I don't want people getting into switching things out. I really thought about doing a whole display, opening all of because they're like bucket style bags. I thought about doing a display, opening them all up and having the yarn sticking out of them, but I really didn't want to take the chance that people would start switching things around. So they're staying in the packages, but this is what you'll get. So they're $80 for the kit. So 550 skein, 550 yards of fingering weight yarn. I didn't even have that much caffeine today, you guys. So here's one. This big, I don't even know if they're dots or suns, but they're all so cute. Some of the bags have zipper closures. Some of them have these double handles. It just kind of depends on the pattern or what she was doing, but they are all are fully lined. They have squared bottoms, so it sits nice and flat. And this is what I mean when I say like the little coordinating yarns to go with it. So here's what you're gonna see is stuff like this. So this is one set, and she doesn't have a colorway name on this one. So we're just gonna kind of have to talk about what the project bags look like, because I guess that's the easiest way to do it. Talking is hard. It is hard. So this one we're gonna call Brown Suns, because that's what it looks like to me. And then the little progress keeper is this cute little, and all of her progress keepers are on lobster claws, which is nice. So you can be used for knitters or crocheters. So there's this little brown sun guy, a little sparkly. So this one is Brown Sun, and I just have one of these. Just set them somewhere as I get through them. This one is, we're gonna call them Bright Autumn Leaves. So here's the project bag. Look at how fun and bright and happy that is. I think you can see it pretty well even through the cellophane. So this project bag has a zipper on it instead of just, and then it's got a handle too, to be able to just hold on to it. And the coordinating skein is purple with speckles of teal and blue. And a blue mini skein and a cute little sunflower stitch marker. So what did I say this one? Bright autumn leaves. Melissa, can you keep track of what I call things? Because I'm not going to remember from one thing to the next, but I will try. At least I'm trying to use a descriptor that I can actually identify. I have a camping one. I have one camping one. My kiddo is calling me. I have one camping one that is, trying to connect. I hope it still is okay. Melissa says to wait a minute. So wait a minute. On my end, it looks like it's okay, but we'll see. All right, we're good. Mom says you wanted to buy all of them. Okay, so the camping one is so cute. It's got little mini campers and tents and little mountains and rainbows. And then kind of the neutrally brown as the coordinating skeins. And the stitch marker is, come on. Okay, flip it over. Well, we're just gonna have to open some of these, or maybe they're just gonna have to be surprises. It has a stitch marker that's that shape, and I don't know what's on the other side of it. How about that? It's a surprise. So that's the camping one. Then where are we gonna go next? Let's see. This little light colored mushroom bag. Look at how fun that is. And well, I saw it very briefly. The stitch marker has little mushrooms on it that look a lot like these, and it's really cute. And then there is like kind of a taupey colored main skein with bits of purple and kind of a peachy brown rust color and some blues. And then the mini skein is this bright happy yellow. So Deb, these will not be on our website because I only have one of each and they've been going pretty quickly. I don't have a lot of time to be able to photograph them properly and get them on our website. So if there is one that you're interested in, the best way to do it would be either throw a quick comment out there that tells us which one you're interested in, and then give us a call tomorrow at the shop and we can coordinate what you want and how we're going to get it to you. This one is an open style bag with those two handles like the one I showed you. The camping one is also an open style bag. We've got the sun and moon. And this one comes with a beautiful pink, yellow, and I'm gonna say pink, yellow, and black speckle skein of yarn, and then this dark gray mini. And a little shooting star stitch marker. So far, all of these I've talked about that I only have one of each of those. This one, I can't believe it didn't go today because I think this one is just gorgeous, but maybe it's meant for one of you because it hasn't gone yet, but it's beautiful. So it's this night, we're gonna say night forest, with the blues and purples, and then the mini skein or the full skein and the mini to go with it in the purples, blues, and teals. Oh, just love it. And then the stitch marker is like a whale, like a humpback whale in the water, and they're like a nighttime. Oh, it's just beautiful. That one is a zipper closure bag. I've got two more that I only have one of each of, and then I've got a couple that where I have three. So this one I only have one of, and I'm gonna call it retro flowers, pinks, oranges, greens, yellows, little flowers, zipper top, full skein that's kind of a rose color with all the speckles of pinks in there. I love this one. It's so pretty. Pink and orange, pink and orange. And then we've got one. My bag started to fall apart a little bit here. Not the project bag, just the little cellophane bag that comes with it. So this one is, well, the colorway is called Midnight Knitter, but there is this purple fabric that's got crochet hooks, knitting needles, balls of yarn, hanks of yarn, cups of coffee. We're going to call this the purple yarn bag. Night Forest. Oh, that one went fast. Jackie, you missed out on it. Noelle wants the Night Forest ones. Okay. You got to be fast. So purple yarn, and then this, so the skein is purple with some browns and greens and a purple mini skein to go with it. And okay, purple yarn sold. I'm gonna stop talking about that one then. All right, so the next two, I have three of each of these. I'm gonna save her anniversary one for last. But there's this super fun eyeballs. And they're not like creepy eyeballs. I think they're kind of fun, like puppy eyeballs. And I want to see if it looks like all three have the same. Well, this one has a different mini skein. So they each have the same color of full size skein, which is, it's not an undyed, but it's a real pale, almost like a yellowy blue base with blue, green, purple, pink, yellow speckles. And then, so this one has kind of a light blue mini skein with it. And this one has more of a teal mini skein with it. So I've got two of the eyeballs that have a light blue mini. And then I've got one that's got the kind of tealy turquoise mini with it. Birthday present for your mom. Awesome. And then the last kit is one that she specifically put together for her 10-year anniversary. So this year is her 10-year anniversary. And the bags are like these pale gems, these diamonds and all these different shapes. And this one has a little bit of a bonus with it. So instead of one stitch marker, you get three. And I'm hoping this doesn't disconnect things again. My kiddo keeps trying to call me. See if I can text quick. But why is it doing that? I'm good. Okay. All right. Just trying to respond. She's just trying to figure out whether I fed the animals or not, but forgets that, I have things to do and work and stuff. Okay, so this one comes with a set of 3 stitch markers. There's a star, a little cluster of yarns, and then a cute little diamond marker. And the main skein is this pale blue, beautiful thing with these little splotches of pink and then a peach mini skein. So I have 3 of these as well. So that's the anniversary one. So that was a lot to go through. I'm not gonna go back and show them all again. These videos do save, and I definitely will be keeping an eye on this. If you want to go back and watch it after the fact, and let us know if there's one that you want. I did pull the 2 that Noelle wanted and that Sarah wanted. So there are still quite a few available. And again, they're $80 for the kit. And most of them I just have one of. So something fun and different. Well, I said I wasn't going to keep this very long today, but I have so much to talk about. Okay, one last thing. We got, oh, I posted it, but I wanted to mention because I have one left. We were able to get Dream in Color sent out an email 2 weeks ago that said that they had a few of the LYSD kits left. I have one left. We have the right yarn in there now. So it comes with a skein of their LYSD color mixtape, smushy cashmere, 80%, 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon, a pattern for a little one skein shawl project, and the cute little project bag with the bug on it. So this is 60. We've got one left. It can go home with you if you want it to. There's that. But we got bags in from Mood or Mud. I'm pretty sure it's Mood. Because it's 2 U's, and in my mind that looks like it's Mood. But these, it almost looks like a giant dop kit, but real leather. I don't even know what they're calling it. What the bag is. We were only able to get it in 2 colors this time. The first time I got them in, I only got black. This time I only got the browns. So these bags, if you've not seen them, what's really cool about them is the fact that the zipper is on the bias, which means when you open it up, it's so dark on the inside, but when you open it up, this is what it looks like. It lays flat. Like, how great would this be to have on the plane? Because you could just fold it up and stick it under the seat in front of you. It closes up so nicely, but it holds, I think I have 8 skeins of yarn in half of this. They're so great. Karen's big selling point with these is the fact that you can get the new car smell without actually having to buy a new car. Because you couldn't flip your view. It's like, yeah, I don't know why Facebook has done that to me where I can't reverse things anymore. That drives me crazy, but it's like boom, but it's Mood. So they're very cool. It has a zipper that goes across the center divider. It's got a zipper pocket on one side. It's got elastic pockets on the other side. So I just was able to get another shipment of, I can only ever get 3 max. So right now I've got one of the rich brown color, and I just got 2 more. So I have 3 of the whiskey color, and they are $210. They hold a ton, and they're so cool and so beautiful. Again, real leather, very well made. They are made in Scandinavia, something that has a bunch of stuff that's not in English on their label. It kind of looks Dutch or German. Christina would know, but she's not watching. It doesn't say anything other than that, but so the style of the bag is called the Clio. XL. This is the whiskey color. It's just so beautiful. This kind of nice camel. That's Karen says that we should talk Tim into buying her one. That is a job for Karen. Karen would be great at doing that. So those we got new, those are in the shop. We've just got a limited supply of them. Okay. That's all I have to talk about tonight with you guys. That was a lot. It was more than I thought I was going to talk about, but um, you know how it goes. It's just another day in my life. Yeah, so as a reminder, we are here tomorrow. Even if you're not on the yarn crawl and you just have a yarn emergency or want to come hang out, 11 to 3, we're here. Joyce does have class at 2, so the table will not be available for people to just sit and hang out after 2 o'clock. But before that, you're welcome to come hang out with us or come in and shop, see the cool bags in person or the beautiful trunk show yarns in person. Durf's Deli, that's what I wanted to mention. Durf's Deli is open Mondays and Tuesdays from 11 to 2. So he's open every day but Sunday for lunch. And Myrna posted that she is starting to be open for breakfast and lunch Monday through Saturday. So she'll be opening every day at 8 and be doing breakfast from 8 until 10 and then 11 to 4 Monday and Tuesday, I think, and then 11 to 7 the rest of the week. She put 8 to 10 and 11 to 4 every day, but I don't think that's actually the case. So, but just know in the future that on Mondays and Tuesdays, if you find yourself down this way, Myrna's and Durf's will both be open for lunch. Myrna's will be open for breakfast. A lot of you, if you've been in the last week or so, you've seen Latoya making a lot more stuff happening outside our doors at Valerie B's. She's going to be open this week too, as of Wednesday. And she's doing some really yummy coffee drinks that we've gotten to sample this past week. They're yummy. I love being here. We've been sampling coffee and soups and cheesecake, and we're pretty lucky to be around here. So I hope everybody has a great week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. If this is your kind of weather, if it's not, come in here and hang out with us because it's cool. At least it is today in here. People have been coming in just to cool down a little bit, but as always, dress in layers because I never know when I'm coming in and I have a thermostat, but I have no control over anything. So have a great week. And if I don't see you here sometime this week, then I will see you back here next Monday at 7 for our weekly chat. So we'll talk to you all later.